Good afternoon, Radio Free Radford. This is Dustin Staples coming to you here on this Thursday afternoon. Hope you've managed to stay a bit on the cool, warm side because it is blustery out there. We've seen temperatures getting up to the low 50s this afternoon. Not much increasing of temperature-wise, at least. Mostly sunny skies much of the afternoon as well. Lows tonight will fall in the upper 40s, upper 30s to near 40 degrees. So a patchy frost is likely first thing tomorrow morning. So get those winter jackets out, and it's looking like winter is arriving a little bit earlier than usual, and so we're going to be dealing with that for the next, 4 or 5 months, I guess. So we'll take it 1 month at a time and get out there and enjoy the rest of tomorrow, and rain moves in for the weekend. This afternoon, we have our guest I told you about last week. I'm very excited to have on here is the SGA president, and thank you so much for coming on. You are very busy, so thank you for taking the time.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. Hey, everybody.
Yeah, there you go. So let's start talking about who you are, your name, your hometown, major, minor, and your graduation year.
Okay, so my name is Colleen McNickle. I am the Student Government Association president here at Radford, which is a job that I love. My major is media studies and a double major in political science.
Okay.
I'm from Loudoun County, Virginia, and I will be graduating this May.
All righty. Well, we just got you in the nick of time, didn't we?
I know. I'm
Awesome.
sad about it, trust me.
Awesome. So let's kind of tell the folks about what SGA is, what you all do around here on campus, and much more.
Okay, so the student government here basically is an outlet for students to talk about their wants and needs, what necessary and positive change they would like to see on campus. We are basically just existing as a government and advocacy group.
Okay.
We have members that are both in Senate and the Cabinet, as well as our 5 executive members that help me kind of wrangle all the craziness that comes with the job.
Awesome. So, of course, how long you've been the president for first year, correct?
Yeah, this is my first year.
And, of course, were you a member prior to joining being the president?
Yes. So I joined when I was a freshman.
Okay.
As a member of the Cabinet. I moved to Senate as sophomore class senator my sophomore year.
Okay.
Last year, I was the chief financial officer in the executive board, and Juliana encouraged me to run for president, so that's what I do now.
All right, awesome. So there you go. So, of course, you got here as your freshman. How did you know or hear about SGA, and why did you want to get so involved with it?
So I was in student government in high school.
Okay.
And that was something that I really enjoyed. And, when I first got here, I was the typical nervous freshman, trying to find my niche, looked for something to get involved in. And SGA was one of the first places that I visited at Club Fair.
Okay.
And I was like, man, these people are really cool.
Yeah.
So I went to their interest meeting. I applied. I got in. And I really like doing things for other people, and I really like to be involved on campus and kind of be the one that people can trust and go to and enact change on campus. So that is kind of my gig, and that's why I really like being an SGA.
Awesome. Of course, it puts a lot of positivity in the community as well as yourself as well. And, of course, you had that prior experience coming into college. That's a cool story right there. So let's talk about some of the ideas that SGA is coming up with, maybe something you've maybe brought to the table and you're talking in your meetings and stuff like that. What are some things that you've discussed, and what are some things that are possibly getting passed or get into the future?
Okay. So actually, just at the beginning of this week, we passed a free speech resolution.
Okay.
Basically just outlining how to responsibly intake student media and how our students have the right to know of big policy changes that are happening on campus and, free and access equal to information. So I think that is something that was really important at this point in time on campus. And also, one of my big things is feminine hygiene, access to feminine hygiene products.
Okay.
That's something that me and the former president, Juliana Stanley, started working on last year.
Okay.
Basically, nowhere on campus do we have, receptacles or machines that will give you feminine hygiene products. So last year we started with a pilot program, which was placing baskets in certain offices and bathrooms on campus. And we had a survey attached to that asking for responses, which are overwhelmingly positive, so we're really happy with that. And at our last survey event, which was yesterday, which was our What Do You Want Wednesday event, we had another survey about feminine hygiene, and we got some, I think, almost 500 really good responses. Wow. So we're looking to build some legislation off of that.
That's good.
And then, of course, we have Highlander Pride events. We actually just had our tailgate for the men's and women's soccer team yesterday, which was really fun. We always get the Southern Comfort food package, and it's really delicious. And then another thing we've been reached out to about from student counseling is a Talk Saves Lives initiative, which is basically training students who go here how to intervene in a time of crisis for other students, and recognizing signs of a mental health crisis. So there's more to come on that, definitely. We're working in collaboration with them to try to bring some type of event to campus. And there's more in the work from the Senate. And I wish Chase was here to tell you even more about what's going on. But we do have several things on the docket right now.
Okay. And of course, just a couple of weeks ago, you all hosted your first town hall meeting. Talk about how that went, and if you're going to plan to do any more. If so, when can people come out and take a look, come to those?
Yeah, of course. So our town hall events are actually something that was championed by my chief of staff this year, Chris Davis. It's just an opportunity for students to come and basically say whatever is on their mind, bring us any ideas, because we want to be the point of contact for students who feel like they're not comfortable contacting the administration themselves or don't have the outlet to do so. So it went really well. We had one just last month. It went super great. We got so many ideas, thrift stores, food pantries, things about student media. It was just a really great experience to hear the unfiltered thoughts of people, and not really, waiting for them to come into our office, but giving them a platform where we're meeting them where they're at instead of, making them come to office hours or anything like that. So we're planning to have another one either late December. Late November or early December. So we will definitely be getting out the word about that here pretty soon.
That'd be pretty great. And also, of course, letting us here in student media, get the word out there for y'all to promote this for you. So that's pretty awesome to say.
Student media partnerships, we love that.
Yes, we are right now for sure. Indeed, we're increasing that for sure. So, of course, you mentioned some of maybe one of the activities yesterday. What are some more that you're maybe planning on for the rest of the semester, and if you're working on any for coming up for spring of 2020?
Okay, so I have a short list of things that are happening soon. So we have a breast cancer talk event next Tuesday in Heath 43. That event is basically just, to help raise awareness and partake in Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We're going to have refreshments. We're going to have a big Chick-fil-A tray of nuggets. And it's just an open discussion and informational session about breast cancer awareness. And then we are going to be at the Alumni Village for Alumni Weekend, so you guys can feel free to stop by and attend. This coming Monday, we have a remembrance event in partnership with Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. This is something that me and my good friend Devontae Mosley have been working on bringing to campus, just in light of the 2 recent deaths that our campus experienced, and also to invite people to reflect on anyone that they have lost in their life. It's just supposed to be a time of peace and gathering, and that's actually going to be Monday at 7 o'clock, and it's going to be right outside, the Heath Stage area, and then we're going to move to the fountain to have kind of the main event. So we're looking forward to that.
Awesome.
November 4th, we're going to be having a table, kind of a get out the vote table, encouraging students to register to vote and asking how they plan on partaking or if they are voting. November 11th through 13th, we're going to be having a Thanksgiving food drive in the Bonnie, so that's another thing that's really cool. And then, of course, for the spring, we have our normal annual service events that are kind of all-campus events that a lot of campus organizations are involved in, as well as what other initiatives that Chris has cooking right now. But, of course, in the spring, we have Unity Fest and the Unity Week, Unity Day of Service. So the Unity Day of Service is basically something that was kind of new last year, which is just helping with various service projects, not only within the campus, but also outside the campus. And Unity Fest is a big event for all the clubs and organizations and different people on campus, as well as the people off campus, trying to bridge that gap a little bit, to come together and just have a big festival celebration of unity and togetherness. And it better be a good one because I'm a senior, so
there you go.
I want to go out with a bang.
There you go. And of course, I'll make sure I'll pin in the weather for that date too. So just let me know when that is. I'll make sure you have perfect weather for
that. Yeah, that's been a problem the past 2 years, so I hope so.
Awesome. So we're going to kind of start wrapping things up. Of course, you're a senior here. You've been through all 4 years. What has been the most fun part about being not only a student, but also being an organization that you've made a big difference in?
There's so many good things about going to Radford and being an SGA. Honestly, it makes me kind of sad to reflect because I know it's almost over.
I know.
But Radford has given me so many opportunities to get involved Even when I was a freshman, I feel like the size of this campus gives you a chance to be a name, not just a number. You're really a big fish in a small pond here.
Yes.
You have a lot of chance to meet your colleagues, to meet other organizations, to meet the administration.
Right.
So I've had nothing but positive experiences. I've gotten to teach University 100 while I've been here.
Oh, wow.
Which I have loved because I love to make an impact on the freshmen, because I know that my PI, who was Robin Torin, really made an impact on me when I was a freshman trying to transition. I was really nervous. I was a Quest assistant this past summer, which was an experience that I would not trade for the world.
Yes. If you could kind of explain for those viewers who are like, what are they talking about, Quest assistant, about that?
Yeah, so a Quest assistant is basically an orientation leader who helps out with our orientation program here at Radford over the summer. So you have a team of you and 24 other students, and you guys, help out the freshmen during their orientation day, work as a team to complete tasks. And at the end of it, you come out knowing that, you helped not only the new Highlanders, but you made, all these new best friends, and you get connected in the Office of New Student Family Programs. So that is an experience that I would suggest to anybody.
There you go.
So please let me know if you're interested. And then I've gotten to be, a Highlander guide, which is a tour guide for those of you who don't know here. So I just feel like anywhere else that I would have gone wouldn't have given me as much leverage and experience as I've gotten here. And of course, student government is like my child. It's like my crowning thing. Yeah. And I'm just so happy that I'm more than honored that I've gotten to serve as student body president this year. If you had asked me when I was a freshman if I would have done that, the answer would have been a big no. But I love it. I love being able to give back to this campus and the community around us because they have given us so much. Yeah. It's hard to repay them.
Absolutely. And of course, like I said, you had mentioned those friendships earlier. Of course, y'all are like a big family almost, It's like your third or fourth, because you're all there standing behind one another and getting things done. So, of course, you kind of gave a little bit more advice, of course, maybe for some incoming freshmen. Maybe, I don't know if maybe they're listening out there today. Of course, what would you tell them to go ahead, get prepared for college? What's something you'd say that you learned from?
I would say definitely get involved early and often. It is the way that you're going to break out of your shell. All those times that you're wondering, or if you're wondering, is college for me? What am I doing here? I'm nervous. I've never been away from home. Those are things that I grappled with. And it took me going out of my comfort zone just a little bit, putting myself out there, getting involved in things, that are sometimes dominated by older students, and it can be a little bit scary. Yeah. But honestly, that is how you're going to find your niche. That's how you're going to find your family. I know in SGA, there's 42 of us, but we're like a big family. Right. I've made some of my best friends, some of the people who are going to be in my wedding
there you go.
SGA. So I would suggest get involved and, reach out when you need it. It is not shameful at all to go to student counseling, to utilize your professors, your administrators, your peers for support, because I know when I was a freshman, I would have loved for somebody to tell me that. And if anybody ever needs somebody and you feel like you don't know who to go to, you can use me as a resource.
All right. Of course, Colleen, she's going to be here to May. So, of course, the Highlanders coming up very soon. There's that president that she was on his show. I'll go talk to her, something like that.
Bonnie 209, I'm in there like 24 hours a day.
There you go. Of course, that was our next question. Of course, if people are interested in getting in contact with you, are y'all on social media? And of course, you mentioned the location. Where can they search up?
Of course. So on all of our socials, Instagram, Twitter, we are at Radford SGA. Okay. And then if you just look up Radford University Student Government Association on Facebook, we're the only one, so we should come up. And then we have a general body meeting every Monday at 5 o'clock in the Bonnie Combo Room. That's something that's open to students. You can come say whatever you want in the gallery, make your voices heard. If you're not comfortable in talking in front of large groups, feel free to drop by the Bonnie 209 and come holler at one of us. They'll get you connected with who you need to be. Or feel free to email me. My email is cmcnickle@radford.edu. And I would be more than happy to respond to you.
All righty. Well, Colleen, thank you so much for coming on here and giving a lot of advice and important information happening around campus and student government. And of course, like I said, y'all are a very busy bunch. And of course, I've know a couple other people out there as well that are doing this. I'm like, Thank you for what you do, but also, academics are first, as they say, and of course, sometimes you don't even feel like it, though, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Kind of all over the
probably
place.
Understand that. Yeah.
Yes, I personally might do as well. Alrighty, well, we're going to get this interview coming up here as soon as we can get this off the air, and then we'll have all the latest hits coming up for you today, and then we'll have one more show later this afternoon. Until then, have a wonderful Thursday, and I'll be back right with you tomorrow.
Bye, guys.